Okay. Can you guys hear me? All right. Give me a second. Let me make sure we can. Audio's okay. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a second. I'll start. Okay, so there's no echo or anything? Okay, so welcome you guys. Welcome. So this is going to be the Divine Masculine, the Karmic update. We're just going to check and see what's going on. We did Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine earlier. So we're going to see what's going on with this connection and what's going on with them right now. I'm going to try to keep it on topic. So just bear with me. Quick. So I am doing a raffle to my subscribers. Okay. If you subscribe, I'm gonna go down my subscribers list and I'm gonna pick everybody on my subscribers list. I don't think I can get everybody, but if you want to be a part of a raffle where you get a free reading, the way you can enter is to subscribe, and I will add you in what's going to happen is if you subscribe, it's going to go to my email and let me know you subscribe. And then I go to my email and I write you down. I've already got a couple of people. So just getting there, you guys, filling up. Okay. So make sure you guys join. I'm probably going to pull several people. All right. I'm going to put your names on the back, put you in the jar. Okay. And, I will announce them. I will put them like somewhere at the bottom of the screen, all the winners or something like that. But make sure you guys join, subscribe now to get a free reading. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't already, and you will be added to the raffle. Okay? So that goes for people on Facebook as well as people on YouTube and Instagram. So don't miss out. Okay? If you already subscribed, I'm still gonna go down my subscribers list. But if you're new, you can definitely subscribe now. Okay. But I will go down my subscription list and pull your names. I already pulled, like I said, I pulled a couple already. Okay. So it's still going. It just started. I'm going to give it 11 hours. So y'all can start putting in. I'm not going to count it until 11:11 tonight. And you can still join. And I won't stop the raffle until 11:11 tomorrow night. So you guys still got time. This is just your heads up. I already got a couple of people added. Don't be surprised if you're already subscribed and you added. Okay. So for these cards here, I'm gonna flip them. I'm gonna start reading my cards upside down just to get extra guidance. Some cards are upside down, just means the opposite of itself. So if it's good, you know, and it's upside down, that means it's bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's the opposite of itself. So we're gonna get started. Make sure y'all like. Support. Hit that like button. I am able to see your comments. So, you know, consciously, if I see your comment and it's, you know, positive or whatnot, I will post you up. Let me see. So if you're speaking positive, you definitely will be posted up. Like I said, hit that like button. All right, so let's see what's going on with this masculine and karmic. What's going on in their little relationship right now? Okay, so we have upside down. You got the reminder, but it was upside down. So in this relationship and this connection, okay, it's not really triggering the masculine, okay, dealing with this karmic. They're not really triggering each other, okay. Upside down, it would be, you know, reminding, but since it's not upside right, it's upside down. They're definitely not, okay. They're definitely not interested, not, you know, let me see if I can get on the camera. Make sure I'm in the camera view. But they're definitely not being triggered energetically with this connection that they're dealing with this karmic energy. Okay, that's vice versa to the both of them because they both each other's karmic in its own way. What's going on is, like I said, they're not being reminded. They're not being triggered with anything. They're not being triggered with love. They're not being triggered from the connection. There's just nothing pulling from it. So we'll see why. Let's continue so we can see what's going on. Okay, so you got the moon. Okay, it's almost like intuition in relationship is just not working. It's just not clicking. It's not clicking for neither one of them. You would think, you know, it would be a positive thing. It would be that they are loving, but due to the fact that this card is right next to it, it's almost pulling from a negative aspect. So it's like they're not being triggered as far as love, as far as intuition. The spark is not there. Okay, so you got hope. Okay, it's not there. The connection is not there. The spark is not there. Okay, as much as, you know, like they hope and dream to, it's just not working for them right now. Okay, they're trying to make it work, trying to deal with each other, trying to make it work. They're trying to have some kind of hope in this situation, but it's not happening. So they're trying to make it work. They're trying to make it work, but it's almost like it's really dark. Okay, it's like it's really dark. They're trying to make it work, but it's not, and it's only because the connection is not there. Okay, connection is not there. The romance is leaving. So it's almost like the masculine is deciding, you know, oh, I'm gonna, you know, they both are like, you know, well, we're in this moment right now. Let's just enjoy the moment kind of situation. So it's like, you know, they're dealing with each other, but it's not genuine. Okay, it's definitely not genuine. Let's see, hold on a second. So it's definitely not genuine. Okay. So they're trying to keep their hope alive. Okay, you got message. Okay, so they're not, you know, they're kind of not getting the message that divine is giving to them right now. Divine is pretty much telling them and showing them that, you know, this you guys believe that you guys had, was not as divine as you thought it was, the illusion of it is pretty much fading. Okay, they're trying to keep the hope, and they're trying to keep up love. They're trying to keep up understanding with this connection, but it's not triggering any internal divine connection. It's mostly triggering their egos, and it's like, okay, well, due to their stubbornness, because they're being stubborn, um, they pretty much just, you know, um, they're pretty much just trying to control the situation. This is where that hope is coming in. Because if the divine has told them, which divine is saying, I gave them the message, I showed them that it's not going to work. I showed them the good, the bad, the ugly, and I showed them that it's not happening. And yet they decided they're still not going to listen. They're still not going to listen. So we have invisible. Okay, even though they're both feeling miserable in this connection, they get to still fight for it. Spirit is pretty much saying this is not the connection that you want to fight for, masculine. You need to just let that go. Okay, you need to just let that be. So they're both feeling they both individually are feeling invisible in this, in this physical connection. Like I said, it's not the physical that's given. It's not the physical that's enlightening them right now. It's the fact that there's the spark is not there. The spark is just completely gone. Whatever permanent, because it's not like divine feminine where it's a permanent, eternal type of light. It's more like this connection that he's having with this karmic is not, the relationship is not working out because the spark is leaving. Okay, and they're not being triggered. Okay, they're not, the reminiscent is not happening. It's just not happening. But what they're trying to do, due to the fact that they both are arrogant and hard-headed, and they're not getting the message from divine, what they're doing is not listening. Okay, they're not listening to the divine guidance. Okay, so the both of them are invisible to themselves. They both are invisible to each other as well as invisible to each themselves. They both feel like they have something to lose when they really don't have anything to lose. Okay. The spirit is pretty much saying they don't have anything to lose, so and they showing them what's going on. They're showing the masculine in the karmic what's going on here, and yet they decided that they were just going to keep being hard-headed and not listen. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. So we got they're not being loyal to each other because upside down, upside right, it's loyal, but there's no loyalty here. There's no loyalty towards the connection. Like I said, when it comes to the reminder, like I said, it's not there. The loyalty is not there. It's not happening. The spark is gone. So y'all probably wondering like when is it gonna come since the spark is still gone. They're still lying. They're still not being truthful about their feelings. They're still not keeping it 100. Okay. So you got to understand that until they get tired, completely tired, they haven't got tired yet. This is why you still got that hope because they're still holding on to that illusion, but they're definitely not being loyal. The masculine is not being loyal to karmic. Okay, so we have that they're definitely not. Okay, definitely not being peaceful, not bringing not bringing peace, not they just the relationship is pretty much not working out. Okay, due to the fact the masculine is not, because upside down, upside right, it's a good card. It's a positive, bring peace, whatever. But it's upside down, and like I said, I'm gonna start reading my cards upside down to get a more in-depth message. They're definitely not following their intuition because if he would have followed, or they would have followed their intuition, they would have known that they both wearing a veil over their head, which is they think that things are gonna work out, but it's not. Okay. This is the lie that's being told. Okay. So the masculine is not being truthful, not telling how he truly feels, as well as the karmic, because what I'm sensing is that the karmic has been talking to an ex-partner. Maybe got, I see both the masculine and feminine putting numbers in a phone, but it's not matching the person that they said it is. Like I see a masculine says, "Oh, this is Derek." Yeah, this is Derek, but yet it's either divine feminine under a different name or a new karmic under a different name. Okay, once again, relationship. So they having hope. Okay, they having hope in this relationship. So like I said, it's not working out because this card is relationship upside down. But this is since it's relationship, it's not working out because it's upside down. They have hope in trying to make it work. Okay, even though they're arguing, even though they're fighting, they breaking up and making up. It's still they still have the hope that this relationship will work out. It's kind of like a toxic situation. They kind of turned on by it physically, turned on by this whole situation. She's turned on by the chase, and he's turned on by the chase. Okay, but like Spirit said, they need to get the message that they both are being toxic in this connection. I see them both like fighting. I see them both like fighting. Some domestic situations going on here, and it's kind of turning them on, and then they indulging in the darkness. Okay, so you have feminine. Okay, this would be the divine feminine upside right. It would be like the divine feminine, but since it's upside down, it would be the karmic energy. So you know the masculine is definitely getting you know getting like manipulated by the karmic energy. Okay, either the karmic, they both not getting the message. Okay, they both not getting the message, and she's not definitely getting the message. Even though she's dealing with this masculine, he's been cheating on her. Okay, he's been cheating on her, but yet she turned a blind eye, and it's making her toxic as well. A lot of these cards are upside down. Like I said, I'm mixing them, and a lot of these cards are upside down. So the karmic is definitely being cheated on. She keeps taking them back. Masculine keeps coming back because she keeps allowing him to get away. So she's pretty much paying the price right now. Spirit is pretty much saying they're showing her his true colors, and yet she still chooses to wear a veil over her head. And then her actions towards the masculine is trying to force the masculine to be faithful. And what it's doing is driving the masculine away even more because she wants him too much. Now, I see this couple here, okay, trying to make it work because it's like he cheat on her, she found a text message, she might have called him with someone, whatever it is, she's just forgiving it. She's forgiving him and him bringing her back into her world where she feels like she can discipline him, but the spirit is pretty much telling her that we're showing you that this masculine is cheating. We're showing you that his heart is somewhere else. We're showing you that his soul is somewhere else. But yet you still accept the body for what it is, which is not your role to play because you don't have spiritual divine guidance towards this connection with this masculine. Okay, now I don't see, this person, they live with each other. Okay, so when it comes to luck and happiness, okay, they're not having the best of luck and happiness right now. Okay, they both are suffering. She's suffering in her own way, which is pretty sad. I kind of feel bad for the karmic because it's almost like the divine feminine has already been through this and she's overcome this. She's moved on, but yet the karmic energy is picking up where the divine feminine left off, which is pain. So she's pretty much feeling your pain right now, and this is why it's best for the divine feminine to step back and allow these masculines to clear their energy, and it's best to clear it out. Sad to say, but it's best to clear it out on somebody else than you. Okay, because this karmic is definitely feeling it. It's kind of driving this karmic. Her anxiety is really acting up. Her insecurities have been triggered, and this masculine really has exposed this karmic. She's feeling ignored and abandoned, and the masculine is just out dealing with other women. Okay, he's shitting on her right now. Sad to say. She's fighting for a relationship that's not going to work. Okay, so eventually they may separate. She may get tired and just decide to separate because the masculine leaves, but she brings him back in with the cries, with the loneliness and depression, anxiety, and the need and wants for the physical body. She feels sex will soothe her pain because that's what she believes that the masculine wants, and that's true. The masculine only wants sex and never really wanted the love for this karmic. Okay, so you got children upside down. Um, Upside right is children, but we're gonna say upside down is childish minded masculine and childish minded karmic. They're in that child frequency, okay, and it's really causing them to it's really causing them both to be immature and childish. Okay, so they put up with a lot of drama, and it's a possibility the masculine could have children with this woman, but it could be both. But I'm going to see it right now as a childish, insecure man and woman in this relationship is very toxic. I'm sorry, it is toxic. So you don't want to pick up. Okay. So yeah, like I said, they might have chemistry. Most likely they have chemistry. Okay, they have children together, maybe married, engaged, or they had some years together. There is some chemistry there. But like I said, that chemistry is more of the physical aspect, not the spiritual aspect of their connection. Okay, so let's see what else. It's not like I said, it's childish. Okay, it's immature. This relationship is still, um, it's still got a long way to go, and it's never gonna make it there. Is what the divine is saying. The divine is saying it's never gonna make it. Okay, it's never gonna make it. So eventually, she will hopefully get tired of this masculine game, but she's not gonna like it when the masculine goes to another female because she feels like, okay, well, if the masculine still got it in him, then why not me? Okay, and this is what's happening. There's definitely another feminine around in the duck off somewhere, just waiting for the masculine to fall. Okay, it's almost like the masculine getting into argument with the comic just to piss her off, so that he can. Okay, so you got disruptions. Okay, definitely disrupted. Okay, definitely disrupted. All right, discombobulated. She's discombobulated. He's discombobulated. They don't got this shit in order. Okay, so we got emotional withdrawal. Okay, feminine is feeling emotional withdrawal. The masculine is disconnected. It's causing discombobulation and connection. Eventually, they're gonna move into a separation. You got this. You got deception and envy. Okay, deception and envy going on here. Like I said, she might have argued with the feminine. She might have found out about the feminine. She might have even sent this other karmic energy, or could have sent the divine feminine a nasty little text message, or will be planning on sending them a nasty little text message. So we got partnership and you got triumph. Okay. So yeah, she definitely want to fight for her relationship with this masculine. Okay. Definitely gonna fight for the relationship with the masculine. And it would be no reason why she just keep fighting for the connection with the masculine. And the masculine is he's just allowing it to happen. He's just allowing her to fight for the relationship, and she believes she's gonna win. Okay, she believes she's gonna win. She believes she's gonna win. And what they're saying is causing her disease with a diseased mind. She's still childish. She could be a younger woman, a more younger woman, and younger man. Some between the 20s and 30s. Okay, some between the 20s and 30s. Let me give you one more card. But she's fighting for this relationship. They got fulfillment of wishes. Okay? She believes that this is going to work out. She believes that if she just keep fighting, for the connection, it's gonna work out. Okay, I guess he keeps telling her, he keeps manipulating her, telling her that he loves, that he loves her. He's really manipulating the shit out of her mind. He really is, and it's pretty sad. False promises, false future, what they would call future faking. Okay, this is definitely a straight line. Um, he's definitely lying about his emotions towards her. Okay, he's being very deceptive. And what's happening with her is that she feels like, if you can do it, I can do it too. And she might have sneaked off and talked to one of her exes about the situation. Um, but she believes that if she keeps fighting for it, it will work out. But what the universe is telling her is that you're better on your own, is what they're saying. You're better on your own. You don't need to feel this emotional withdrawal. It's like she has a lot she needs to grow up some more, never mind what he's doing, but she needs to take the advice and she needs to step off because it's her house that he's coming to. It's her car that he's driving. It's her money that he's taking. It's her that he's abusing. So he's just a lost soul who's just doing what he wants to do. And being that she still has some part of her essence still within her, um, she's not getting the message from divine about this masculine. Masculine is, the masculine's body is still disconnected from its God, which is its soul. And what's happening is the masculine is feeding off of this karmic energy, feeding off of her. And she's feeling depressed, and she's feeling anxiety, and she's feeling insecure, and she's feeling worried. And she has children. She has children to worry about, or she needs to grow up. She could be just a young-minded female. She could just be fresh meat to the masculine. Okay. Um, the only chemistry that they have here that's strong is physical, and that's what spirit is pretty much showing. You do not have a connection with this man. Your only connection with this man um is a physical one, and it's only about sex. It's only about sex. Okay, and it's keeping the masculine. It's keeping him manipulated because she's using his weakness against him. Okay, and his weakness is sex. Okay, so as much if she offers as much sex as she wants to him, whenever he wants, it's almost like offering the master whatever he wants. He needs money, she's giving it to him. He needs a place to stay, she's giving it to him. He needs food to eat, she's giving it to him. He needs attention, she's giving it to him. When she's not doing this anymore, what's going to happen is she's just going to be pushed away. And he's going to run and be deceptive to another woman just to get what he wants. He's in survival mode. It's pretty pathetic. He's not expressing his true feelings. He's pretty much protected and shielded by ego. He's not expressing his true feelings towards this feminine, and this is exactly why this karmic feminine is lost and confused. Now she knows that something's not right, but yet she's not following her own intuition. She's not listening. She don't want to let this masculine go. She doesn't want to lose what she believes is something good or something worth fighting for. Um, it's not your place, karmic. It's not your place, karmic. It's not your fight to fight. It's not your trials and tribulations to go up and down it. You have not learned, and this is why you keep going down this cycle. Okay? So it just it's pretty terrible. So I'm trying to see what else. But yeah, so she definitely needs to let go. She has to let go, and she doesn't want to do that. Like I said, it's the possibility because she could have children. If she has children, then most likely she's not going to let go. Masculine keep manipulating her and telling her, "Oh, don't let me go," or help me fight this battle, help me fight this battle. And then she's talking about, this other, the other feminine in his life. And why do you have all these other women in your life? And if I'm somebody special, why do you keep doing that? But the proof is in the pudding. It's just like he has not grown yet. He's still just a big boy. He's a grown boy, and it's pretty toxic. Okay, pretty toxic. Let's see. Let me see what else it has to say. And it's pretty bad because if they do have kids together, the kids are raised around it. So if they're seeing this and they seeing the dad, like I said, it could have been some physical abuse going on as well, where they fighting, and then like he's using that as ammo to run out and go be with someone else. And it's like the karmic is just sitting there and taking it, sitting there and taking it, and then allowing every time he comes crying back or falsifying his emotions. She let him in, he'll sit there and say, let's talk about it. She'll let him in, and then they have sex, and most of them might have got pregnant. Okay, most of them could be pregnant now. Okay, who knows? The pressure is on the masculine right now, and he's feeling like his freedom is being completely taken away. Um, he's feeling like he has to take some kind of charge back, and what better way than to cheat on someone than to just leave them? Okay, what better way? So she's getting tortured, y'all, and it's pretty sad. And I know a lot of y'all would be like, "Oh, that's good for her, whatever." Yeah. Like I said, the only thing they're gonna learn is that they should have never built this bond with this person physically. See, they're fighting the physical war, but you're fighting the spiritual war, divine feminine, and your war is safer than her war because she chooses not to let go, even though the situation of the divine feminine is that the divine feminine gets to fight this battle at home. Okay, that she can make a choice at home while this karmic is out there having babies, getting married, building bonds with these masculines, and these masculines are out there building bonds with these feminines, and what they're doing is trauma bonding with each other. There's definitely a difference between a soul bond and a trauma bond, and like I said, divine feminines are soul bonded, and the karmic is trauma bonded, and it's almost like I told you, it's like a turn on, and this is toxic. I see them turned on. I see him turned on by her weakness and her feeding him the weakness. And then I see her weak as fuck, just not picking up her panties and walking. She's just dropping them down and letting him have her way. And it's pretty pathetic. I know some of you feminists probably feel like I've done that with my masculine, but like I said, you're it's different when you're guided to bond with your other half and when you're not. Okay, don't confuse the two with that. Don't put yourself in her position, even though it looks the same. It is not. There is an authenticated recognition here, and this is why it's important that you had a soul recognition. When you have a soul recognition, there is no wrong. The only wrong that you do is try to control divine timing. So, and this is exactly what the karmic is doing in this connection here with this masculine. She's trying to control and intervene in divine timing, and that's wrong. And she's paying the price. So learn from her lessons. You may not be there physically right now, but you'll find out because what happens is if you're divine feminine and you're dealing with a masculine karmic, your third party situation, you will eventually be guided by spirit to find out what's going on, even though you don't want to know, spirit will put it right in front of you, put it right in front of your face, whether you're guided to their Facebook one day, whether they text you, whether, I don't know, you see their name and you'll hear a topic. It's like synchronicity. So if you're being warned on a psychedelic level, so take that heads up. Don't look at it as like a bad thing, okay? Look at it as a blessing. The karmic has no clue that this masculine is tied to someone else, okay? And that she will never have him wholeheartedly the way that she believed that she would in this case, okay? She's fighting for an illusion. She is fighting for divine feminine's world. Now, let her fight for it only because of the simple fact it's better her than you right now, right? You don't want to be all trapped up with the masculine, getting disrespected, abused and disrespected, discarded every 5, 10 seconds. and pregnant and married to somebody, you got to deal with all this court systems and stuff like that. What you want to do is gain your power back as a feminine, and what she needs to do is gain her power back. This karmic needs to gain her power back. Excuse me. And she needs to take back control of her life. He has complete control. She's trauma bonded. And this is where they think that they're soulmates. This is where people think that they're soulmates, trauma bonding. Okay. Now, you can get it mixed up. And this is why it's good to do your research. Okay. Um, it does, yeah, somebody said it. Okay, it kind of does look the same. So it's not always about what it looked like. It's about the recognition, and that's it. Because anything could look good. Okay, rice, you know, what they say? How do they say salt and sugar look alike, but they're not? Okay, one is sour and one is sweet. So that's just how that is. The karmic is salt and divine feminine is sugar. Just because you guys look the same, it doesn't mean, okay, it doesn't mean that you guys are the same. Okay, there was always a difference, and the masculine knows this body. Okay, the body of the masculine has no clue. He's just flowing. He's just in autopilot, and you guys gotta learn. I did a video on that, so y'all gonna have to check out my timeline on how I teach how the masculine is not connected, because you guys are don't realize you're chasing an empty shell. Okay, you're chasing you're chasing an empty shell, and you're feeling like a false partner because you're chasing an empty shell. For you to feel whole, you have to know this, which fills you up. It fills you up, and then you don't have to run. You don't have to chase anything because you know it'll come back to you. Okay, don't be fooled. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see some of the comments. Oh yeah, don't be fooled. Okay, don't be fooled. You're right. You know, don't be fooled. Okay, so don't be fooled by the happiness that they're showing. Okay, don't be fooled by the smiles that she's posting on her little social media if you're watching her. Behind closed doors, it's torture. Behind closed doors, it's like you, if you were dealing with a toxic masculine, running out, coming in, lying, deceiving. Some of you may go through some physical abuse. Some of you may be pregnant now. Some of you may just be heartbroken because you can't believe this is really happening, and you're bonded to this partner and he's dealing with this third party situation. Like I said, let me keep it on topic. Let me keep it on topic. Because I feel a feminine flowing through, divine feminine flowing through. But let me keep it on topic, okay? Like I said, she's fighting for the partnership. Will it work out? No, because like I said, I'm clarifying these cards and they're clarifying themselves. Okay, this fulfillment of wishes she will not have as long as she's trapped into this connection. He will not have his wishes answered because as long as she's riding his coattail, uh, it won't work out. Okay, it won't work out. So you guys don't really have much to worry about. I know it's not easy for y'all to accept the fact that they're with another woman or with another man. You know what I'm saying? But just look beyond that. And this is exactly why divine feminine need to stand up and sit on your throne sometimes and don't move sometimes because this karmic is really having it right now. Like he's really giving it to her. I think I did a reading earlier. Yeah, I did a reading earlier, and it pretty much said that he was disconnecting himself from his karmic. So, like I said, they break up, they make up, they break up, they make up. It's like they fight, they argue, and get out, get out, get out, get out, and then it's all of a sudden blown up. It's she's becoming a sociopath, and it's pretty much exposing her for her weakness. So what she's doing right now is studying you. She wants to know about the other woman and how the other woman is doing. Now, whether he's talking to you or you were just an ex-girlfriend of his, she's looking for information. She's looking for counseling. She wants your help. Um, She may not say it, but she wants your help. She wants to know how she can release herself from this masculine and how she can get rid of her emotions for this masculine because her connection is, like I said, is trauma bond, and you can break a trauma bond by self knowing your self worth, okay, and having self love. If she just had enough self love and take her children or herself and get her ass up out of there, or tell him to stay out and whatnot. It's almost like she has a problem letting go. She has abandonment issues, and she wants to know how the other woman is doing now. She wants to know how you're doing now. She wants to know how the divine feminine is doing. She's like, how is she doing? What is she thinking about? Are they talking? Or like, how is her emotion? So she's going on your social media. Okay, she's going on your social media. She wants to see what you posting. If you guys can post positive thoughts, because what it does is trigger these karmics. Okay, it triggers these karmics. It counsels these karmics. Don't go all back and forth with them negativity because y'all feeding the dark side. Show your growth. Show your growth. Like, start posting positive and mean it, and it has to be genuine. Okay, because it can help. Some of y'all may not want to help, but that'll help that karmic move on, as well as your masculine grow up, because they're gonna want to know how you made it out of Pandora's box, okay, or how they would say the web. They're gonna want to know how you survived and made it out of that karmic web, breaking that cycle from that karmic web. They're gonna want to know. So you use your growth and elevation and motivation, okay? Because like they would say, your haters are your motivators, and motivate that karmic as much as you can. Don't be like, oh, Suzanne, you need to just leave that relationship alone because he's my masculine. Woo. What you need to do is just post positive thoughts about your growth. One time in my life, I didn't know better, but now I do, and this is how. You know what I'm saying? You become the teacher. The student becomes the teacher. So you become the teacher, and you pretty much help, and it will give you a better place in your mind. And it goes for the karmic too. It will help the karmic grow as much as she can, not to stay in a relationship, but it will help them see past the illusion that the masculine, or the illusion that they placed on themselves, and the illusion of that Pandora's box. They will find their way out. I don't know if y'all ever watched the movie called The Cube or whatever, and it was just a bunch of rooms that they had to go. It was just crazy, people dying, but only the weak died, the strong kept going. So you pretty much saw your way out of that. As a divine feminine, you can see your way out of this. You may not see your way out of the connection, the soul connection, but you can see your way out of the bullshit. See your way out of the lies. You can see your way out of the web that he try to place on you, the programming, that any program, truth will set you free. So you've been shown the truth. You just have to discern what the truth is. And when you learn as a divine feminine, as well as a karmic who's dealing with this kind of toxic relationship, she needs to use her discernment to get her out of Pandora's box, okay, out of that web, free herself, her by herself, okay. To free yourself from a web is to lift your frequency. If anybody, like even in a spider web, the spider web is solid. But I guarantee you, if you apply heat to it, which is raise your frequency, because we all get, when we get excited and our anxiety starts to kick in, we tend to heat up, and our temperatures of our bodies tend to heat up, and it gets real hot. Or you know how y'all in a car or whatever, y'all doing what y'all do in a car, all the condensation, all the heat up. That means lift your frequency up so you can free yourself from that web. You can literally melt the web, the shackles, the invisible shackles on your hands, karmic or divine feminine, of any karmic situation. You can literally heat it up. Too much heat, too much heat, uh, a dark spirit cannot stand. They can feed off of the last bit of light. Okay, they can, if they see somebody, like say the masculine is feeding off the karmic right now, okay, because the karmic is offering a little level of light, But if the karmic lift her frequency as well as the divine feminines in your own way, and the masculines in their own way, if they lift their energy up, which is elevate past the base chakra, start to lift your chakras up and activate your chakras, you will tend to change, you will tend to grow up, you will grow out, you will ascend beyond, okay, the expectation of others. You will be the expectation of yourself. You will be the motivator of yourself. Your haters will no longer be your motivators. You will be your self motivation. Okay, you will be the growth. Okay, so looks are deceiving. Anybody can lie. Okay, so learn to use your discernment within, which is your soul. Get connected back to it. It is your lie detector. It can tell you who your friends are and who you're not. But a lot of people like taking the long route, which is the divine masculine, this karmic frequency. They like to take the long route. She's taking the long route right now. She doesn't have enough self-love for herself. Okay? She doesn't have enough love for herself. So guess what's gonna happen? She's gonna be where she at right now, being played. Divine masculine is in his own world right now, and she's just a doormat, and it's pretty satisfying. But I'm not gonna be on here too long. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. If your masculine has picked you up and he is talking to you on the low, or maybe possibly trying to find some kind of way to contact you spiritually, yeah, spiritually contact the masculine spiritually, that's fine because it's, you're spiritually energetically connecting, you're giving and exchanging energy on an energetic level. But as far as the physical, be a little bit mindful because in this realm, what we call the matrix can be very tricky. Okay, if your masculine wants to be anything other than himself, which you have the knowing of, because you have this soul connection, which this masculine on a spiritual level has showed himself to you. Okay, revealed his true colors to you. You know who he truly is. But just because you know who he truly is, and I'm talking to the divine feminine right now, just because you know who he truly is, don't mean that he is in the flesh. Okay, so peace and blessings to you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you missed it, um, I am doing a raffle here. I've already started putting some names in here. Okay, if you want to be a part of the raffle where you can get a free reading, I'm going to pick several people. Um, Make sure you subscribe because as soon as you subscribe, okay, make sure y'all subscribe. So y'all like, share, comment, whatever, and I'm gonna put the names down. But make sure you subscribe because I'm really doing the subscribers. This is for my subscribers. I'm giving back. I'm showing you guys love as much as I can. Make sure you guys enter in this raffle. And the way you can do that is subscribe. Your subscription will go straight to my email. If you're already subscribed, I will just go down my subscribers list and get your names. When it's time to reveal the raffle, of those winners, because I'm not going to reveal them all in one video. I'm going to try to split them up because I want to be able to get a couple of y'all. Okay, so I may do it weekly. I may pick the winners of the week or something like that. I don't know. Whatever spirit tells me to do consciously, I will do it. But they definitely told me to do raffles. So y'all go ahead and do that. All right, be a part of it. Be a part of the raffle. But that's how y'all do it. Like I said, make sure y'all subscribe. All right, support me in all that you can. As I grow and ascend on this journey, I'm here to help y'all. Okay, it's not all negative. That's why I throw this extra input. I try to keep it on. I try to keep it on the karmic and the masculine, but I just couldn't help to close. I can't close my readings like that because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, well, Essence said that he's shitting on her, and then boo, 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 boo. But there needs to be some counseling mixed into this because so y'all can understand what's going on, so your child won't send that frequency off. Because y'all gotta understand just how powerful. Excuse me. Y'all gotta understand just how powerful energy Because we are energetic beings if you're one with yourself. If you're one with yourself, you are an energetic being. If you're not one with yourself, then you are disconnected. Then your soul is roaming in roaming along like a ghost or something. So y'all have to learn this stuff so that y'all can understand how to deal with everyday humans. Okay, like just understand like your biggest fears is not your masculine and this karmic. Your biggest fears is whether these people are one with themselves or not, whether you are one with yourself or not. Because there's a lot of people on this planet are just empty vessels, just walking and roaming this planet. Y'all think ghosts, because one is this, they're like ghosts in the flesh. Excuse me. They're like ghosts in the flesh. They just soulless. And then you got these ghosts that don't have a body, wanting a body. So what do? They inhabit the empty vessel, which is masculine doing wicked shit, or the karmic doing wicked shit, or it could have been just dealing with the karmic energy. It could have been spirits that inhabited that body. Because it's like if you, it's like a dealership. Okay, just look at it like this. If you drive a car, okay, it doesn't drive itself at this time and age. It doesn't drive itself. It drives. They work on making sure it drives itself soon later. But this is what's going on. It's like who's driving your masculine vehicle? Is it your masculine, the true masculine? Y'all is just too physical. Y'all have to see past it. Okay, and if you open up your horizons, dealing with the fact that we're going through a little taste of it right now, okay? People not allowing the divine, not allowing the universe, and not allowing, uh, the Most High to happen naturally anymore. Everything is being forced. Everything is being controlled, and everybody wants that power. And if you are part of somebody who wants to control somebody, shame on you. You have to stop trying to want to control anything but yourself. You have to gain control of you first. Then you can assist others. Okay? Not take over others because there are people that gain knowledge and use it to manipulate other people, which they would call witchcraft, which they would call voodoo. Okay? This stuff is very real and this stuff is very powerful. If people learn, like a lot of masculines have mastered the ability of manipulation, which is voodoo, okay, which is witchcraft. And this is exactly why people are so vulnerable because when they see a weak person, they can literally read this person. Now, this is not the divine masculine. This is a divine masculine physically, but he is not present. This is a spirit being who knows the truth about beyond the flesh. Okay, so y'all just gotta pay attention to the manipulation game. Okay, I know y'all stay tuned to my readings. You never know what I'm gonna say in my reading. I don't have just regular basic topics. I be just channeling, and if spirit tells me to pull it in, I pull it in. So y'all gotta just watch my videos whether it's pertaining to you or not, because there's always a message in here. Okay, there's always a message in here that can help one of you guys out, make your day better, or hopefully awaken you to your own over, under, and understanding. Okay. So, like I said, if you want to donate, the donation information is at the bottom of the screen. Okay, I don't have a problem if you got. I don't care if it's $1 or whatever. It is what it is. Of course, I'm going to ask for donation. It is hard times for me right now, my kids, because of the situation. I don't have a job, but this is what it is. I don't do this for a job. That's why I only come on here when I'm spiritually guided, and that's it because I want to be genuine. Okay, I'm not just here to read cards. I'm here to also help and assist you guys on your awakening in this journey and while you're on it. Okay, so it may not be the way you guys are used to hearing it because I know they got a lot of twin flame readers out there. You got a lot of stuff going on, but when you're actually going through this, okay, and you're experiencing it, I'm a twin flame myself, so I know what it's like. I have a narcissistic twin flame. No, he's not a false twin. Trust me, I asked the spirit guides, and they had made everything clear. I've had uh, family members come to me from the other realm and letting me know that he is who he was. I've had the eye recognition. That was one of the first things that I had before all the rest of this had came. I didn't realize who my masculine was until 3 years later after we met. Um, That's when I got the overstanding and understanding who he was after we were separated for states away. But other than that, before then, I was just going with the flow, and I really didn't care. I was just in my moments, but I wasn't in my feelings. I was in my moments. I was living in my moment, and it seemed like the universe had manipulated everything, so me and him could have been together even to this day. But I just separation happens, and if separation happens, I embrace separation because I don't want someone who doesn't want to do their work around me. I'm doing my work. You feminines do your work. Let these karmics pay that price because they don't know their work. They got to learn their lessons. Um, is it supposed to happen? No. But if you get on another path, if you take another route, it's just like a GPS. It's gonna reroute itself. So if spirit gotta work hard to reroute you back to your destination, then you're gonna run into obstacles like a divine masculine, like toxic people, like karmic energies. You're gonna run into these things just to get back, but that don't mean you're not on your way back to your destination. When you get there, you will recognize that moment. Some people would say it's deja vu. Okay, deja vu is just another reminder that you're in the right place because you've been there before, which means you're listening to your spiritual guide because your spirit went down that route before, which means you are lined up to your spiritual path. Deja vu is good. It's not wicked. It's not bad. It's a heads up. It's a warning. It's a yes from the divine. So as long as you got, if you get in deja vu left and right, or it happen every once in a while, if it hasn't happened in a while, that just most likely means, you're a little bit hesitating on your path. You're supposed to be getting warnings from your divine. Deja vu is one of them. And I know every single one of you guys have had a deja vu moment. Those are the moments where you embrace your spirit for God. You had that deja vu moment, you take that time and you worship yourself. Love yourself. Thank you, self. I love you. Thank you for showing me the way. Stuff like that. This stuff is real. Y'all looking beyond because y'all distracted. It's time to wake up. And I'm gonna always, okay, promote awakenings. Okay. Do not be afraid of your awakening. People say don't open your third eye, but to be honest with you, you are a spiritual being. Okay, you are a spiritual being. So you can, okay, grow. So do so. Okay, stop. No more hesitating. No more BSing. Time to wake up. This karmic will learn. This karmic will learn. This masculine will learn, and you are learning. If you are being showed, if you're pretty much being pushed into that relationship because the universe wants you to, and I mean the universe wants you to, not you want you to. It's a difference when if the universe pushes you into the pit of fire, they pushing you in there with a guard. But if you're pushing yourself into the pit of fire, you will pay the price because you was not guided to move until you were told to move. Okay. So all right, y'all. I think that's all Spirit got for me right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm still working on this little thing, but thank y'all. Like I said, if y'all just subscribe, I'm going down my subscriber list daily. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that share, whatever it is you got to do, whatever it is they ask you to do on this YouTube thing. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more information. Peace.